What's going on, gamers? Today we're taking a look at the cheapest thermal camera on Amazon. Whoops. Yeah, right here. This is the Sparkfly 203H. This ran me 120 bucks, and this was the cheapest thermal camera that I could buy on Amazon. It was 120 bucks as of time of filming this video with well, it says Wednesday here now for delivery time, but for me it only took 2 days. So it was two day shipping, and it was 120 bucks. So before we look into that, I just wanted to talk to you guys real quick about thermal cameras. What are they used for, and you know, what can you do with them? So thermal camera detects temperature. We can take a look here. So it detects temperature. This is a little cheapo. So this is the cheapest thermal camera that you can get, like bar none. It's 8x8 resolution, which means it has 8 diagonal pixel, or 8 horizontal pixels, 8 vertical. So it's an 8x8 square, or an 8x8 grid, and you can see, you could just barely make out my hand. Not very useful. It's, you know, it's more like a toy than anything. Actually, we can zoom in here real quick on the microscope. So yeah, so this is what it looks like. It's just a little OLED display, and this is the sensor right here on top. It's just a little 8x8 grid underneath there. And so anyway, got that. These will run you about 30 bucks. Okay, like 20, maybe 25, 30 bucks. Then it's powered by a USB-C. There's no battery, no nothing. This is the cheapest thermal camera that you can get. Like I said, it's not very useful for anything. It's more of a toy, more of a gimmick than anything. So there's that. And then we can step up. So for about $60, $70, sometimes $80. People ask ridiculous prices for these. You can get the 24 or 32 by 24 thermal camera, and we can take a look real quick at this one. So underneath the microscope, so this is the sensor for this one, and I'm not sure. I think it's 32 pixels across and 24 pixels tall, and it's got a little LCD screen on the back here, so you can see this is the model of the sensor. It's MLX 90640, or that might be the model of the unit, actually, now that I think of it. But the actual resolution of the thermal imager or thermal sensor is 32 by 24. And then this one has slightly more features. So it's got the LCD resolution. That is meaningless. And you have to make sure you look for these, because a lot of these Chinese manufacturers, they'll say, oh, it's 240 by 320. You'd be like, wow, that's really good for 60 bucks. Like, yeah, that's an awesome. No. And then you'll realize, oh, thermal, like you'll scroll down and it'll be buried in the details. It'll say 32 by 24. So just keep that in mind. But this one has a 128 megabyte disk, so you can actually save photos to it. The Type-C port is no longer just for charging, but it's also to upload your pictures. Image save, that's the same thing. Just you can save your pictures to the disk. And then this one has a lithium battery, so it is in fact wireless. So you don't need to plug it into USB-C. So anyway, so this one is a little bit better. So this is, like I said, 32 by 24. So now you can start making out my hand. The problem with this one is the refresh rate is super slow, so you have to hold it very still if you're trying to detect an object. And it's interpolated, so when you move it, you can see there's every other block gets filled in. It doesn't refresh all of the blocks at the same time. They're interpolating the resolution or the sensor, so it's reading out in like chunks. So this one, like I said, is like 60 bucks, 70 bucks. Still, this one is a little more useful, but it's still mostly a toy. As far as the temperature readings, I don't know if they're accurate or not. Because the software is built in. You can't upgrade the firmware. It is what it is. But it's kind of neat, and I have used it to successfully troubleshoot, circuit boards and whatnot. So that leads us to the Sparkfly, the 203H. So what can you do with it? You can detect AC leaks. So if you have, leaks in your vents, for instance, we had rodents up in our ceiling for like a week or two, and they chewed through some of the vents. So to detect the leaks, you can use this for that. You can use it to detect like leaky pipes. Make sure hot water heater is actually producing hot water. You can use it to spy on people outside. So the one cool thing about a thermal camera is you can be in complete darkness and you can still detect animals, people, whatever. So you can use it for that. You can use it to detect like spy devices. So if somebody has a hidden camera set up in your house, you can use it to detect like a hidden camera or something like that. Electrical devices. If there's, say, somebody put a bug in, like a listening device or something in your house and they hid it inside of a stuffed animal or something, well, you can use this, and if you see, a weird heat signature coming from inside the animal, and you're like, there might be something in there. So that's one of the uses. Other than that, vehicle maintenance, so you can make sure that a radiator is working. That's a big one too. So if you have a clogged radiator, obviously you'll see the hot water going in, but then you won't see anything coming out. It'll be like completely cold. If your radiator's working, obviously you'll see heat through the whole loop, but you'll see the temperature differential. That's another thing too, is with these more expensive ones, you can track temperature differentials, so you can see exactly how much heat is being drawn out of a radiator. You can see exactly how much cold air is being lost by your AC, that kind of stuff. So anyway, so this was the cheapest one, like I said, on Amazon. So we're going to take a look real quick. Let me just go over here. So this, the Sparkfly 203H, this is not a clone. This is literally a direct copy of what we have here. So this is the ITTI, I think it is, the company, or TTI, the HT203H. So this is literally the exact same device. You can look here and you can see that they run approximately 120 bucks on Amazon. You see it's like 160 bucks on eBay, 160 bucks on AliExpress. Banggood, 120 bucks. So you can get them for around 120 bucks, but you will not find any one on Amazon for that price. So I looked here, I just looked up 256 by 192, and we can scroll down here. We see we got a 320. I don't know why it says 320 by 240 when then it says 256. I don't know. It's weird, but anyway, so yeah, 256 by 192. So this is an awful price. 300 bucks, 249, 299, 299, 183. That's more realistic. It's one of the handheld ones. I prefer the ones that you attach to your camera because you can also use them with like your PC. They're more portable, easier to use. So yeah, same thing. 256 by 192 IR, 256. So these are all the same specs. And you're looking at $400 bucks. The cheapest one that I could find, here's the ITTI. This is like an older, or maybe it's a newer version of the 203. Yeah, topped on 229, 249. This is the cheapest one I could find right here is the Milsea 256. So if we look here, it is 256 by 192, and it goes up to 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. And yeah, so basically that is the cheapest one that I could find that is comparable. So right there is that as the cheapest one I could find that was comparable. Maybe we can even scroll down a little bit further here. So, you know, 211, 379. Yeah. So anyway, so all those options, you know, you're going to be paying at least 160, 170 bucks on Amazon. Some of them might have coupons or whatever, but as of the time of writing this video, this one is only 120 bucks. So cheapest one I could find, and I jumped on it, and I'll demonstrate exactly what you get and how it works in just a second. So anyway, native 256 by 192 IR resolution, 25 hertz frame rate, which I think is accurate. 5 stars. There's only 2 people that reviewed this. I'm not able to do reviews on my account because they banned me for some reason. But yeah, so 120 bucks. Good deal. Good deal. And yeah, I mean, it's showing other ones, you know, 200 bucks, 176. So anyway, and this uses the same exact software as the TTI or whatever it is, their HT203H, because it is literally the exact same unit. So anyway, let's go back to this. So what do you get with it? It's pretty basic. So we get a little box here, get a little like warranty or registration card. I think this is for the app. Yeah, to scan for the app. You get a little instruction booklet. It just goes over all the things with the app and whatnot. You get a little microfiber cleaning cloth. And you get this nice little carrying pouch. And then inside we have the portion for our thermal camera, and then we have our USB cable here. It's not very long. It's like 3 feet long. Nice quality, but it's not like a super long cable. So anyway, I won't demonstrate the app on my phone. Actually, I guess I could do that. But I'm not going to do it because I already have it set up on my desktop here. So one of the cool things, let me grab it real quick. So here it is right here. I have it plugged in. Let me just zoom in here a little bit. So this is the unit. It is pretty tiny. It's got a male USB-C on the end. It just has the Sparkfly logo, and that's pretty much it. It's milled aluminum, CNC. It's got a little back plate here that's press fit in. It's probably a little glue in there too. But yeah, it's super basic, and we'll take a little closer look under the microscope. So there's the lens, and so you can just kind of see, you know, you can't see anything behind it, but yeah, so that's the lens. There's the logo, and yeah, the construction is pretty good. It looks nice. And then yeah, the back plate here, you can see it's pretty tightly fit in there. So, but yeah, that is the unit itself. How does it perform? So, well, let's take a look right here because I actually have it set up. There we go. So here is a little view. Actually, let me just do the full screen. So here I'm using a different app. So it's a little grainier than the app that it comes with. This is like a dedicated Windows app that you have to pay for. And I will actually tell you the name of it. It is called IRCam Thermal Viewer. So if you need to use it for like OBS, like streaming or whatever, you can download IRCam Thermal Viewer, and you'll be able to use this. It doesn't technically support this model, so you have to choose. I forget the name. Actually, let me just look and see real quick. Don't know. Give me 1 second. Go to settings. Yeah, so the one I selected is the Unity. So it's the UNI-T UTI 260M. That is the unit. Let me see. Will it? No, it won't let me. It won't let me do that. But anyway, it's off the screen here. You can't see it, but it's the Unity UTI 260M. That's the unit that I had to select in order to get this working. There is an option for the TTI or HTTI or whatever it is, and I tried it and it couldn't find the camera. So, but it does work. There are different profiles that you can use, but yeah, it's decently high resolution. You can see my handprint there, so you can see the temperature difference. There's my mouse. You can see the mouse is a little bit warm. Here's my microphone. There's not really any temperature there. There's my face. Ooh, spooky. And then you can see my light. I have soft boxes. Yeah, soft boxes right there. There's another one up here. Just generating a tiny bit of heat. You can see it's trying to calibrate when I move it. So the app is not the greatest. The Windows app, I should say. But it works. So it does work, and it will detect heat. So like there's the lights behind me. So that's my fan. You can see the lights behind me. You can't see. I just have the thermal, like the image selected in OBS. I had cropped it out. The app itself, it does give you readings, and it updates pretty rapidly, and you can set like different points to like detect temperature and give readings and stuff. You could track objects, and there's all kinds of stuff you can do with it. And so like, yeah, so there you see, there's me, and then you can see me on the screen. Let's see. So anyway, that is the what is it? The Sparkfly 203H. So there you go, Sparkfly 203H. And compared to these little crappy, where's the other one? Yeah. So compared to these little crappy options, I mean, it's a huge step up. It's unbelievable the difference that it makes. And I'll actually show you guys real quick. Give me just 1 second. All right, so this is the app here. So it's the HT203U, Smart Thermal, whatever. That's the app that you're going to use. And when you click on it, it has a nice little interface here. It'll tell you to plug in the camera. It's got all kinds of options. You can record video. You can take stills. You can preview them. You can calibrate the thermal camera. It's kind of basic, but I mean, there's still a lot of stuff that you can do with it. It'll do pretty much everything that you need it to do. And as far as the quality goes, it's decent. So we have here some of the pictures that I took with the thermal camera. So like I took a couple pictures of the dog. This is my roommate's car, and you can see the cat right there. There's a cat. Picture of the house. You can see the neighbor's house. But yeah, I mean, the quality is really good. I mean, you can make out exactly what everything is. There's a handprint that I left behind. And then I'll show you some of the video quality so you can see the video quality. All right, so here's a video that I took. And whatever codec it uses, I mean, there's obviously a lot of compression. There's not a lot of resolution. You know, it's only 256 by 192, but I mean, you can make out clearly what everything is. It's a little more jittery than the 25 frames per second that you get in the live view, but I mean, still, I mean, it gets the point across. You can see what it is that you've recorded. You can make out everything really clearly. Like here's another one of me washing my hands. You can see the temperature of the water. And you can pretty easily make out the difference in temperature as it changes. You can see right through the faucet as the temperature of the water changes, the color of the faucet changes super quickly. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool app. So, or a pretty cool device. So yeah, so again, I recommend it for $120 on Amazon, 2-day shipping. I think that's excellent. instead of, you know, ordering from AliExpress, potentially dealing with a seller who might not respond to you. You know, at least with Amazon, you can return it in like 38 days or 60 days or whatever if something happens to it. Even if it doesn't, you could probably call Amazon and open a dispute with the seller, you know, and see like if they'll hook you up or whatever. But yeah, if you were to like order this straight from China, you know, on AliExpress or whatever, it's going to be a pain in the butt if you have like a defective unit or something. But yeah, so far I'm pretty impressed with the quality. I think it's a good device, and for 120 bucks on Amazon, it was a steal. So I jumped on it, and like I said, I don't know if it'll last. I don't know if it'll stay that way. That is the price of at the time of recording. So we'll see if the price changes. I'll try to note it in the description of the video, or maybe I'll just take down the video. But as of right now, it's definitely worth the 120 bucks, in my opinion. I think it's pretty sick. But yeah, so I mean, it's pretty neat. You can even do like side by side. My microscope is changing the calibration. Yeah, that's pretty sick. So anyway, guys, I'll check you later, and yeah, whenever I have something else for you, catch back in. See you.